Today I am here interviewing Bill and Phyllis Orhmann. How long have you guys lived in this valley? Like, when did you guys first come here?
I came here in 1934 with my parents from Ovando.
How old were you?
14.
Did you guys ranch, or were you farmers, or
Yes, we were ranchers at Ovando and we ranched here.
at the same place here, or a different piece of land?
Yes, right here. It's been in our family since then.
That's a long time. When did you two meet?
Well, let's see. When did we meet? 1936? No. It was during the war years we met then.
When did you come here?
I came here 54 years ago when I married Bill.
Where were you from?
I was born and raised in Minnesota, central Minnesota.
How did you guys meet all the way out here?
His sister, I knew her and she introduced me.
Aaron, sure and get closer to Phyllis
Oh, okay.
with the microphone. Okay.
Where should we look?
You can look at Aaron. You can look up at me every now and then, wherever you'd like. You can look at the birds.
That'll be nice.
Trying to think. Questions
Now all the cars in the valley are going to start going by. Why don't you ask Bill about how he's got an interest in art and when that started?
Okay. When did you become interested in art? Were you younger, or?
Well, I guess I was always interested in art. I was just as a child, I always drew and things like that. Never was good at it, but I had that interest. And it just kind of kept going. I didn't ever have any formal training or anything.
Like, what's your favorite type of art?
Well, I like to do sculpture and painting, both. I don't know that I have a favorite. When I move around from one to the other, it's always kind of fresh and new to me, and so it's more interesting. So whatever I'm doing at the moment, I like to do.
How much time do you spend on each one of these projects?
Well, and now that I've retired from ranching, in the winter I have a lot of time to spend on it, and in the summer I do other things and pick strawberries and things like that.
Yeah. Thinking.
Relax, Aaron. You're doing great.
A lot of questions.
Phyllis, are you an artist?
No, not
You've-
in any sense of the word.
You feed the artist, though,
I
right?
feed the artist. I keep him doing art.
Do you ever give him any ideas, or?
Do I give him ideas? Oh, he's got more ideas than he can do already. No, he's very prolific in his ideas.
Of all your pieces that you made, which one is your favorite?
Well, I suppose some of my paintings are my favorites. I'm not sure that I could pick out a favorite, but it seems like I can express more in a painting than I can with a sculpture.
That makes sense. Which one of his pieces is your favorite, or do you have one?
I particularly like his wood carvings because he has so much detail in them, and he started with a single block of wood and you can't figure out how he's put so many figures in it. To me it's very interesting.
Do you ever have people help you with your sculpting or anything?
No, I guess I don't. I tell them I don't need any idea of their crackpot ideas.
So do you like your solitude when you're working, or?
It doesn't bother me, solitude, but it doesn't bother me much when people are visiting with me either. I seem like I can turn them off if I have to, but I guess I've had enough experience that I can just do what I want to.
No formal training. When did you decide to make the jump from painting to sculpture? Was it a gradual thing, or?
Well, I guess it was a gradual thing. I always did sculpture, even when I was young. We had clay on our ranch at Evander, and I used to make little animals and stuff out of that. And I painted too then. But they were just no better than anybody else's. Maybe a little worse.
What did your parents say about you always drawing and sculpting?
They thought I was wasting my life, I think. When I was 6 years old, they said, "You're never going to amount to a thing."
You showed them. Oh.
Yeah. What did you first think of, like, his art stuff?
Oh, well, I guess when I first knew him, why he was doing a lot of sketching and that sort of thing, and then after we were married, he started doing some of the sculpture, and then it's just later years that he's done a lot of painting because he has more time to do it.
How do you construct these big sculptures? Like, some of them are huge.
Well, it's not as hard as it might seem. I built a frame, or just like a skeleton inside out of the rods, and then I cover it with steel. And just put it on in patches, and so if I get that skeleton right, why, I can't fail very far. Just like making a shirt. Patches of cloth and patches of steel. So it's hard.
Do you use life-size proportions for everything?
On these big ones, I do, yes. Or maybe a little bigger than life. I get carried away, you know.
Do you add, like, little detailed things in your sculpting and stuff that you gotta look with a quick eye to see?
Well, I don't know that I do. Everything's slow.
Like, I know in the bear at the museum, in the log, there's a little tiny mouse.
Oh, those things? Yeah. Yeah, you have to look for them. Like these big sculptures out here, each one of them has a bug on it, except the turtle doesn't. I didn't know how to make a water bug, I guess.
Yeah.
One other thing that each of his sculptures has a heart inside.
Phyllis, I'm sorry. Can you say that again? I didn't hear it. The truck went by.
Each of his sculptures has a heart inside, which I think is interesting.
Like an actual, like, animal heart, or...
Not a real heart, but a steel heart, yes, and he always paints it red like a heart would be, and it's in the proper place. And now people say, "Oh, did you put a heart in it?" And so, of course, now he can say yes.
If I forget to put a heart in, I lie and say, yes, I put a heart in it.
No one will ever know. Does the heart symbolize anything, or?
Well, just that maybe it has a little life of its own. I just thought it was a good idea.
That's
Good
neat.
thing I stopped there, isn't it?
Were people around here, like, when did your paintings and all that become popular? Did everyone always notice them, or just recently that they started noticing, or what?
I didn't know they were.
Well, I know quite a few people that I know have heard of you and know of your sculptures, and the bear especially in the museum.
Well, I think you're just being nice. Well, I guess people do like to look at that stuff, and I like to do it, of course. So it's lucky for everyone.
Do you ever make, like, special pieces for people?
Not if I can help it. Yeah, once in a while I do. Well, yes, I do for people just out of the goodness of my art, I guess you'd say. But as far as commissioned pieces, I just hate to do that because in their mind they see something and I see something entirely different, and I very seldom can please them. They say, oh, the nose is too long and the ears are too short. When they're paying for something, then they feel like they can criticize things. And I don't feel like they have any right at all to do anything.
I agree.
Aggravating.
So, does your son do any art, or?
Yes, he does, and he could do a lot, I think. I think he has it in him to do it. But he just hasn't seemed to have the time or maybe the drive to do it yet. Maybe later he will. Sometimes artists don't develop till there's 1 foot in the grave, you know.
I see that you're building a new gallery for all your art. What are you going to put in there? All of your artwork, or just sculptures, or what?
Yeah, I'll put in paintings. There'll be room for a lot of paintings. And there'll be sculpture too. It'll be more like a museum, I guess, than an art gallery. Because some of the things I won't sell, they'll just be there.
And that's going to be open for the public, or what?
Yes, it'll be open for the public. I can find somebody that runs it for me, so I can just stand around and be a big shot. And
Yeah. Looking for it. When did you get the idea to build a gallery?
Well, I've always wanted someplace like that, and this spring, and my daughter said, well, why don't you build a gallery? And I thought, well, funny, I didn't think of that. So we did it. We just started doing it.
Did you guys design it yourselves, or did you have someone else do it, or what?
We did it ourselves, and my son drew up the plans, and he's good at that, and so that's what we followed.
When do you plan to have it done?
But I would think this is about July, I would think in a couple of months, probably in August. I think it should be done by
I'll have to come look. What do you think about the whole gallery thing?
I think it'll be great, really. And I don't know if I'm going to be the one sitting in there or not while he stands out being important, but no, I think it's good because people, I'm sure, will feel more like stopping to see things rather than just coming into our home. You know, they'll feel more free too, because we do have a lot of people stop just to come in the house, and I'm sure we will get more out there.
That'll be cool. Do you get a lot of tourists stop by your house to come look at these sculptures and stuff?
A little closer, Aaron. A little closer, yeah.
We do, especially in the summer. Now, Sunday we had, 4 different groups stop. You know, the sculpture, the big sculptures. Right. They see those and they drive in and they see the building and they're interested. So it's kind of fun too.
That is fun.
You're on a roll, Aaron.
I know, I just lost it. Can you think of any ideas, Emma?
Yeah, what was I? I was going to ask Bill something and it slipped my mind. Let me think. How long does it take to make something like the turtle? Had you started on it by the time I was here a couple weeks ago and you told someone you were working on it?
Well, that turtle out there, I guess it took me maybe a month, no longer though. It's fairly small, and so I think I did it in a month.
How about the bear?
The bear was the first thing I made big, and that took me, I guess, almost 3 months. Now it would only take me a month. If I live another 100 years, I'll probably do it one in a week.
However,
he still works rancher's hours. I mean, it isn't just like, from 8 to 5 or something. If he feels like going out in the evening, he does for 2 or 3 hours. You know, he doesn't just work a limited time. He just gets interested and keeps working.
Sounds like a rancher.
Right, just like a rancher.
So you think your son will be more interested in doing art after he builds a few roofs for a while?
Well, I think my son will eventually do that kind of stuff because he likes to do it. And I don't know, you just have to kind of work into it. Some people are different.
Where do you get the steel for all your sculptures?
Well, I order it right here locally from Foley's at Hall. He gets it from Great Falls. It comes in weekly, and I just look ahead and order a bunch. And so it's no problem to get the steel.
Is there a special kind of steel that you use, or?
No, it's just ordinary flat sheets of steel and rods. Just ordinary steel.
That's amazing. I don't know how you can do that.
Well, it isn't hard. It isn't hard to do it.
So a lot of welding then? Is that mostly the...
Yes, it's cutting patterns and welding it and bending them and welding them in place, and it just builds, and it's really not hard. I think anybody could do it.
I don't know about anybody,
Sure.
but
Right. I'll go home and get started.
yeah.
What's your next project, Bill?
I really haven't got one in mind, but probably think of something.
Do you like things to be a surprise, or do you let people see them half finished?
Or they see them even quarter finished. They see them, neighbors stop in and see what I'm doing and stop again and again and keep track of me. And then of course I have to pretend to be busy, and I don't want to just be sitting there. So I'm doing it.
That's funny.
Aaron's dog just got into a skunk. Maybe you could do a skunk next, Bill. I'm sure there's a few on the highway
Yeah, like it hit here.
that wouldn't mind being your model.
We did make a little skunk. Oh, what was it, about 3.5 inches tall? It was
How many of your pieces do you give away to people?
Well, I don't know. Through the years, I've given away a lot of pieces, yes, but I never kept track.
Because I know we have a duck and a beaver, and Doc gave us one that you made of a calving call of a cow and Doc.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that
I know
sculpture.
that piece very well.
We have that now. Doc gave that to
I
us.
heard you did, and I told you, Dad, that Dr. Metcalf must have thought about it.
Yeah. That's my favorite. I like that a lot. It's cool.
Yes, it was a good one. I thought it was.
It's got some jokes in it only ranchers and people around here would understand.
Yes, ranchers really understand it, because when we were ranching, we always kept cows too long. You know, we got old and we kept them one more year, and then we felt sorry for them, and that's just the way it goes, it seems like. They get old all at once on you.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. When you guys were ranching, like, did you help ranch, or what did you do?
What did I do? I used to help in the hayfield some. Sometimes when trouble calving, I might go out and help a little bit. But I
Oh, well, yeah. I wouldn't either.
Do you have anything you guys want to say? This might be your big opportunity if you think we've left anything out. I don't want to keep you a really long time, but about your art or Bill's success, Phyllis, or?
Well, he first started when he was doing sculpture. I think probably his first success was showing down at the Cody Museum in Wyoming, and it was there for 4 years, and that gave him a lot of exposure. And he really started from there, I think, and kept doing more and more. And so we just have lots of art. We'll be happy to show it when we have the museum done.
Anything you'd like to say?
Well, it just didn't happen all at once. It seemed like that show in Cody surely helped, all right, but even that didn't get my name out much. It just gradually built up, and now a lot of people seem to know of me.
Do you like being known publicly, or does it bother you any, or what?
I just eat it up. No, I think maybe it bothers me a little. All right, I never was much for that, but I fight it and pretend to be.
Smart move. Do you want to look at all the pieces, Maris? Or what?
Yeah, let's, if you guys wouldn't mind, we'll just do portable walk around, and Bill, maybe you can just talk into the microphone if you want to about it, and I'll just take some shots of this stuff if you wouldn't mind. Is that all right?
Walk around with that, you mean?
Yeah, I'm going to take it off the tripod and just walk around with it.
We did.
Pretty heavy.
We did your Bertha Museum. We did that in the little frame of it, and we did that on camera earlier.
Right. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool if you wanted to just, we could just look at these guys and you could say something and then we'll let you go.
Yeah, I think we can run on battery too.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, Bill, you just want to say a little something about Smokey here, or whatever his name is?
Yeah. Well, this buffalo is the second large sculpture I made. Took about 2 months, I guess. It's just a little bit bigger than life size, not very much bigger. Other than that, I don't know what to say except that there's a little bug on his tail.
Except what?
I better start over.
Oh, yeah.
There isn't much to say about it except there's a little bug on his tail over here. You probably won't pick that up.
I see it. That's cool. Irritating him. Is that why his tail's up like that?
I suppose so. I hope so.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Bill.
Okay, this elk is about the third one I ever did. People always ask me about the horns, and they're made out of steel. There's a steel core and covered with fiberglass. The rest of it's all made of steel plate. Took me a couple months to make it, I guess.
Hey, quiet in the peanut gallery. That's really nice. Does he have a bug too, Bill?
Yes, he does. He has a bug down on the stump.
Oh, okay.
Might be hard to show in the camera.
Why don't you point to it and I'll see if I can see it there someplace. Go ahead. Do you know where? Do you remember where he is?
Yes, the bug is down. The bug is down in there.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can pick that up.
No, I don't think I can.
I don't know anything else to say about him except that he's there.
All right.
Okay, this turtle. There's much to say about him except that I just thought that a turtle with river rocks embedded in the shell would be a nice thing to do. So I made him, and those rocks are varnished to bring out the color, and as you can see, he's painted. There isn't a lot really to a turtle.
They live a long time. Okay. Let's see. Well, I guess why don't you get on that side of me? Yeah, that's good. I'll get a nice highway shot there. It'll be great. Okay.
You want me to stand by him?
Yeah, you can stand by him. There you go.
Well, this elk took a couple months to build, I guess. Made out of sheet steel. Inside him I put a armature just like a skeleton, and I just cover that with steel. It isn't as hard as people think it is to do. That's about it for this afternoon.
I'm gonna back up. I think I'm too close to get him all. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I made this heron kind of for fun, and we used it as a kind of an advertisement for my son's blue heron bed and breakfast in Philipsburg. And it looked pretty good. When we had it mounted up by the side, it looked pretty good. It's a little bigger than life size, as you can see.
A little bit.
It's 11 feet tall to the top of the wings.
It's gorgeous colors. Is that hard to, do you use a certain metal paint then, Bill, or?
I gave a primer coat over the metal and then just ordinary paint on that.